surprise, ain't no gimmicks with this, okay? Now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these eyes ain't got nothing on them. I secured the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing, ooh. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce, Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew, ooh. Only winning is exception on my crew, yeah. Ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this.
Today, from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Denver Broncos. Oh, a good-looking return setup here. And the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Holding, receiving team. You gotta be smarter than that, man. Come on.
So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
Now Bell. They find some open field here. Le'Veon Bell, kiss him goodbye. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, 79 yards. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead.
Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they have both. Over-committing in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 of the 24. Here comes the Bronco offense with Drew Lock from Missouri in charge.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent, too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it. But otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Devin Bush make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now, after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Third down.
On third and long, it's Lock. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
They dialed up the screen pass on third down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, first and 10.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession.
And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
On second down now, it's Bell, and he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Now a draw play. This is Bell. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position.
And I think the ball's out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they're not able to convert on 4th down. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. On second down, it's Bell. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 37-yard line. And now this throw complete to Washington. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 36 yards on the play. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get... And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the 1st quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Looking sideline, incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Lock going to throw. And that is incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Here's Sam Martin now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down by Alex.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
On the play. 2nd and...
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And he'll get this one up to the 26.
Bell on the carry.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
7.
Throwing on 3rd down, here's Rudolph. Throw left side, complete. That's Bell. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A 1st down run for Bell, not going to get much, maybe a couple, and it's 2nd down.
He was brought down by Vaughn Miller. 2 yards on the pickup.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield.
That's good.
It's funny, partner. Le'Veon Bell, when he came out of Michigan State, when I go back and look at my analysis of him and what my grades were for him, thought he was a big-time player, great potential, but I didn't know we were going to get this player. I was used to a big, solid, thick running back, but now I've got a full package, a guy who can do everything, as we just saw there, including breaking tackles.
But at the time, 2nd-round pick in 2013, some people probably wishing they'd taken him in the 1st. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Rudolph, a screen to Bell. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 30. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Washington, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And on this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running, because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here.
A.J. Hamler on the return. So Broncos take over 1st and 10. At their own 35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the 1st half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything. Either.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
2 yards. First down, Broncos.
On first down, Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
He's brought down back at the 40-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. So now facing a 3rd and 16 following back-to-back running plays that went in the wrong direction. This is the tight end, Fant. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
10 yards.
Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Instead of the first, he'll have to go backwards for another 2nd down try.
So if there is a silver lining, though, it stays 2nd down, and they still have an opportunity to pick up a first down before they have to start their downs over again.
Finding his way down to about the 35-yard line.
Brought down
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll run it with Bell. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Trying to run for it with Snell. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rudolph. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Chase Claypool, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. K.J. Hamler returning it. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And Denver getting set to take the field. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock down and go to the locker room.
Blocked pass.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
To throw again. Block. Again, he targets Judy, and this time the catch made. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Open man is Gordon, complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 36. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, this from 53. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. An abbreviated halftime show as we get... Rolling to quarter 3.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. Hamler now to return it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Return. The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Second and 6.
From the 44, Locke, left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On the run, it's Fournette. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Locke to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Devin Bush in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. They look to throw. It's Locke. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Devin Bush has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So 3rd and long now for Locke and the Broncos following the sack. Now Locke. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
They just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. They'll go again with Bell. Bell so light on his feet. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Almost unstoppable on the ground there, as that one is good for 39.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st. Now here's Snell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Benny Snell, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on.
We know that the big guys won't get the credit, Brandon, but we also know that that touchdown belongs to them. Excellent job of clearing the way for their running back.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory.
Melvin Gordon.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup.
On second down, here's Fournette. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
And it's third down.
From midfield, here's Locke. Able to get this to Gordon. Past the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain of 32 that time.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
No gain on that.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got to jump here.
Encroachment, defense.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. They'll run it again with Fournette, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
A loss of 2.
This Fournette territory here, and he's alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Back now in Pittsburgh. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy. His first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are in for 6. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0.
He is good.
Are you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coached some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. I want to take that course.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. A nice 1st down pickup on a gain of 6.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Again, it's Bell. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. A good productive run there on first down. He winds up getting 8.
An 8-yard.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
Solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Miller. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
They're going to run again with Snell. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8 at the 9-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Bell, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Hamler now to return it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 30.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
3rd and 2, Locke's going to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Intended for Jerry Jeudy, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. Nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
First and 10.
And Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. He'll give this to Bell. Room here to run. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Bell with a first down carry there as he'll get about 4 out of that.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Second down at 6 now from the 42. They'll keep it on the ground. Bell.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Taken down right now.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
Here's Bell. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, here's Bell. And for the moment, this will be a first down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Here's Snell. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. And one of the whistles for a timeout.
4th down.
So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further.
Broncos 7.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Broncos take over 1st and 10.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team. And
well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory.
Today's final score.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Steelers, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Baltimore Ravens next week. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew,